In a jaw-dropping showcase of grit, resilience, and fourth-quarter brilliance, the New York Knicks stunned the Boston Celtics at TD Garden for the second consecutive game, seizing control of the Eastern Conference semifinals in a fashion that has both shocked the basketball world and etched itself into postseason lore. Despite trailing by as many as 20 points in the second half, an all-too-familiar script for Boston in this series, the Knicks once again clawed their way back, powered by a defensive stand that smothered the Celtics' rhythm and a heroic final frame that flipped the game on its head. The game opened with the Celtics showcasing their offensive firepower, orchestrated by Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, who combined for an early surge that saw Boston take a commanding lead. By the third quarter, the Celtics were up by 20, seemingly on track to cruise to victory. Kristaps Porzingis stretched the floor with a three-pointer following a fluid inside-out exchange with Tatum, and the TD Garden crowd erupted, sensing a statement win was imminent. Boston, boasting a staggering 40-2 record when leading by 20 or more this season, appeared firmly in control, but the Knicks refused to fold. A subtle momentum shift began late in the third and picked up steam in the fourth, spearheaded by the relentless energy of Mikal Bridges, who delivered all 14 of his points in the final quarter. His hustle, particularly on the defensive end, galvanized New York. A sequence of missed opportunities for Boston, including a woeful stretch with him as fired on 13 consecutive field goals, tying their longest fourth-quarter drought in playoff action since 1998, opened the door wide for New York's surge. Josh Hart's floater cut the lead to 5, and soon after, a gritty offensive rebound and putback-a-one by Karl-Anthony Towns brought the Knicks within 1. Towns, who dominated the interior with 21 points and 17 rebounds, imposed his will physically in a way Boston could not counter. Then came the moment. Jalen Brunson, the newly crowned Clutch Player of the Year, sank a tough bucket to give New York its first lead of the night at 87-86. From there, the game turned into a chess match of poise, nerves, and execution. Tatum responded with a coast-to-coast finish to briefly reclaim the lead for Boston, but his effort was quickly nullified when he committed a costly foul, sending Brunson to the line. Ice in his veins, the Knicks floor general buried both free throws. With time winding down, the Celtics opted not to call a timeout, trusting Tatum to manufacture a final look. But under immense defensive pressure, he panicked, faded into the corner, and attempted to swing the ball to Brown, only for Bridges to make yet another defining play. The steal sealed the win and stunned the home crowd into silence. Bridges' late-game heroics were not an anomaly. In Game 1, he also delivered the game-saving strip on Brown in overtime, and now, back-to-back games have ended with his fingerprints all over the final moments. His timing, awareness, and calm under pressure have become emblematic of this New York team, tough, opportunistic, and unrelenting. The numbers tell the story. The Knicks have now won 5 straight road playoff games, the longest such streak in franchise history. Even more astounding, they become the first team in the last 25 years to overcome back-to-back 20-point deficits in playoff games. Their fourth-quarter scoring has been nothing short of explosive, tallying 226 points in the final frame across this postseason, more than any other team. Brunson, who scored just 9 points through 3 quarters, exploded in the clutch and once again validated his clutch award with poise and precision. Meanwhile, questions loom large for Boston. Despite their talent and depth, the Celtics now find themselves in a 0-2 hole. Tatum shot just 5 for 20 from the field, and Brown wasn't much better at 8 for 23. Their shot selection, particularly from beyond the arc, has come under scrutiny. Boston attempted a barrage of threes late in the game, even as the shots continued to clang off the rim. With such offensive firepower, why not drive? Why not go to the post, where they found early success? Veteran voices echoed that frustration post-game, pointing to the over-reliance on three-point shooting and a lack of in-game adjustments. Calls for head coach Joe Mazzulla to shift strategy have grown louder, though others argue the onus falls squarely on the shoulders of Boston's superstar duo. Brown's early success from the mid-post was abandoned in favor of contested step-backs. Tatum, clearly unsettled by New York's physicality, never found a consistent rhythm. And then there's Karl-Anthony Towns. His performance embodied the contrasting interior effort between the two squads. He eschewed his typical perimeter-heavy tendencies, choosing instead to punish Boston inside, grabbing rebounds, drawing fouls, and physically overwhelming Al Horford and the Celtics front court. Towns attempted just one three-point shot, focusing his energy on controlling the paint, a strategy that paid dividends. As the series shifts to Madison Square Garden, the pressure now shifts to Boston. They remain the NBA's best road team statistically, but with momentum and belief firmly on the Knicks' side, the Celtics must find answers and fast. The margin for error has evaporated, and if they hope to avoid an early and embarrassing exit, the time for adjustments, accountability, and urgency is now.